I'm going to go ahead and start the recording. So the question is how do you overcome I want to think about it? We discussed some of this last week, and I will repeat it because it's really worth repeating, and since you brought up the issue, when you hear I want to think about it, what goes through your mind?
Right off top, I mean, like, I can appreciate that you want to think about it, but so when it comes to things that you want to think about, in my mind, there's three things. It's either the function, the finance, or the fit. If it fits and it's something that functions and that you're willing to do, then it's obviously the finance. So at that point, and they usually agree with me that it is the price. So I guess at that point, in my mind, I kind of back down, and I'm like, what is a price that's comfortable for you? And they keep saying it's not something I'm going to do today. So
here's some mindset changes that I'm going to ask you to make that'll have a dramatic impact on your result. First of all, you have to realize, and it's something that I've been teaching to salespeople for a very long time, and it's a life-changing event if you can get it through your mind that I want to think about it, should empower you, and you should be super excited to hear about it. To me, selling is all between your ears. It's like golf. It's just very difficult. You can just screw up a couple of things. You can hit the ball, on the first hole 300 yards, right onto the green and get a birdie, and then the next hole you dunk one into the woods. And it's just like you go on a demo and everything's clicking and boom. And then we get obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to think about it. For most salespeople, if you had a neon sign on your forehead, when you hear I want to think about it, what do you think that sign would read?
I don't know. That they clearly want it. That's what I keep getting.
No.
I need more information.
What would the sign read in reality if it lit up what you were thinking? And for most salespeople, it's shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm screwed.
It's like, damn, not again. Not another piece of crap that wants to think about it. You become frustrated, probably visibly. And if you would just change that, it'll change you. I want to think about it. It's what you want to hear. It's what you should expect to hear. You know what you don't want to hear, Brian?
No.
Get out of my freaking house.
Right. So, when somebody says, I want to think about it, how do you overcome that, though?
So I'm going to tell you how to do it in a minute, but I want to lay the foundation for changing fundamentally. And the foundation for changing fundamentally is to, first get excited when you hear, I want to think about it. I discussed this last week, but I can cure so you'll never hear I want to think about it again. Just walk in the door and go, hi, I'm Brian with Rainsoft. I've got an $8,000 water treatment system. What do you think? You won't hear I want to think about it. They'll just say, no, we're not interested. Get out of my house.
Right.
So when you hear I want to think about it, you having no crap light up on your forehead makes about as much sense as if you were in the NFL, it's the fourth quarter, and you're on the 1-yard line, it's the Super Bowl, and the other team is putting up resistance from you scoring.
Right.
Why would you be shocked that you're going to hit the most resistance you're ever going to get is where there's the most interest. Where there's no interest, there's no resistance.
Right.
You have to change your attitude about I want to think about it. I want to think about it is A, not an objection. B is not a bad thing. We turn it into a bad thing. And all they're saying is, you know what, I like this. I'm not ready to say no. I'm not ready to say yes. Convince me that I need this in my home.
Okay.
Now, if you would stop trying to overcome I want to think about it, because when I tell this to you logically, if I said I want to think about it, how would you punctuate that?
If somebody told me I want to think about it, I would go into, again, the fit, the punctuality, and the finance.
Listen, Brian, listen for a second. I asked you a question. I said, how would you punctuate a sentence that says, I want to think about it? Is it a question mark, a period, or an exclamation?
It's a period.
Is it ever going to be a question mark?
No. Not that I.
It's not a question. It's a statement. Now, have you ever heard the rule that he who controls the sale gets the sale?
No, sir.
Okay, so the rule is he who controls the sale gets the sale. Your job is to be in control of the demo. You're like an attorney. You're like a prosecuting attorney, and you're trying to find the water guilty. You have to convince the jury that the water is guilty of many crimes, which it is.
Right.
Time is your biggest competitor. Just like we'll run out of time on this call. Time is your biggest competitor. The person that controls the sale gets the sale. Objections don't end in question marks, yet as salespeople, we seem relentless in needing to overcome objections when they're not questions. The point of that is that if you want to be in control of the sale and you spend your precious time, it's always a precious commodity that we run out of in every selling situation in life in general. If you understand that concept, forget everything you think you know about selling, because by your own admission, you hate I want to think about it, and you're not very successful at overcoming it, because it's not something you should overcome. It's something you should embrace. It's something you should welcome. It's something you should expect.
Okay.
The people that say yes right after you're done, 9 out of 10 times have bad credit. People with bad credit will buy anything.
Right. I've had that also.
Yeah, when they go, great, sign us up, they're going to have bad credit. Mm-hmm. You need to realize, if you get anything else out of this call, I want to think about it is what you should expect to hear and you should embrace. So instead of turning that little pebble into a boulder, and this is going to take every bit of strength you have to break these habits, but if you want to change and you have a reason to do better and you want to make more money and you want to become unstoppable and you want to help more people get good water, you can't keep doing the same thing that doesn't work, and trying to overcome I want to think about it is a fruitless and futile process, and it offends the customers. Every time you walk into the home, the sale is already there. You are there to either get it or lose it. We cost ourselves deals. And when you don't make a sale, it's because you did something wrong. It's because you offended the people. It's not because you didn't have the right word track. It's because you didn't have the right mindset.
So when somebody says, I want to think about it, what should be my first response?
So here's the pattern for whenever you hear any objection. It's called acknowledge, benefits, a little bit of rapport, tell a story, and ask for the order. So let me show you how that works. You say, I want to think about it. I sit back, I'm relaxed, I have my legs crossed so I don't invade their personal space by coming across the table, and I'm grateful and excited to hear that. So I would say, Brian, that's fantastic. I am so glad to hear you guys say that. Can I tell you something off the record?
Sure.
I hope one day you get good water for your family, because if you did, you would absolutely love it. I hope one day you get to wake up and get in the shower and feel what it's like to get the detergent and the soap off your skin, the chemicals. I hope you get to enjoy not having chlorine seeping through your pores and understanding how great it feels to shave in rain-soft treated water. I hope when you get out of the shower and you've rinsed all the soap out of your skin that you've washed your towels in rain-soft treated water and you have towels that don't have detergents and acids and chemicals. And when you get in the sheets at night, you get to experience the joy of knowing that there's no detergent left in your sheets. They're softer, more comfortable, and a healthier environment.
Right. So you're kind of almost giving them a guilt trip in a way?
I'm not giving them a guilt trip. I'm building more desire. I'm letting the pressure off. I'm not giving them a guilt trip. I'm trying to build the desire. I'm trying to not turn I want to think about it into a negative and piss them off. I'm giving them the time. I'm just saying I hope one day you get to enjoy this.
Right.
So you would be shocked at the transformation that you'll see in the people when you don't jump on them. So here's what every salesperson does, or most salespeople do. The client says, I want to think about it. And they go, well, geez, Mr. Jones, what is it you want to think about? Is it me? Is it the money? Is it the product? Well,
right.
It's the money. Okay, well, so if it's blah, 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 blah. So all you're doing is coming right at them. And you're just like every other asshole salesperson they've ever encountered.
Okay.
But when I talk to somebody, I'm empathetically listening, and I'm building more desire with the precious amount of time I have left. It's going to feel foreign to you because it's different than everything you've ever been taught. Because you go in and you think you're at battle with the people. You go into the home and you think they're going to give you an objection. It's your job to take out a baseball bat and beat the crap out of them.
Right.
And then you wonder why they don't buy. You got to go in and do a great demo. You got to give that demo, and you got to build the enthusiasm and the passion. But even when you do a great job at that, you should expect to hear, I want to think about it. It's a normal knee-jerk reaction. What you say the second after they say that determines and costs you the sale. That's what's killing your sale, is because now you just sound like a salesperson. You've been their friend, you've been friendly, you did a great demo, and now all of a sudden you turn into an asshole salesperson. And now they don't want to buy.
I keep getting that. You did an awesome job. I love it. I just need to think about it. And I'm like, what the heck?
And I promise you, your frustration and aggravation seeps through your pores, and they pick up on it.
It probably does.
People want what they can't have.
Guarantee that.
Repeat that.
I said I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I can almost guarantee you that.
Right. So if you want to change your whole perception and get excited when the people want to think about it. RainSoft's one of the few products you can go in to 100 homes, and 99 out of 100 would take one for free. 99 out of 100 would like to have a system. You can't say that with all products. Not everybody wants an iPhone. They'd rather have a Galaxy.
Android.
Not everybody wants a Canon camera. They'd rather have a Nikon. RainSoft's one of those products that if it's explained properly, everybody wants one. Why would you not want one? So they're all happy during the demo, and then as soon as they say something so innocuous, so innocent, as I want to think about it, you turn into the Hulk, and you get so angry that it shows, and they're like, holy crap, this guy's, wow, get him out of my house.
I don't get angry. It's just like, you know, I get tired of hearing it, because I get it's always, you know, your demo was amazing. I love the product. I just need to think about it. And it's
right.
Like,
so
okay, well, now
I promise you, I know you're not thinking you're getting angry, but I can hear it in your voice how frustrated it makes you, and I guarantee you the people pick up on it. I promise you. You need to genuinely get excited when you hear I want to think about it.
Okay.
You need to genuinely be grateful. I've sold probably a few thousand rain-soft systems, and I can tell you 90% of those people said, I want to think about it.
Okay.
I promise you. I've sold everything you can imagine, and almost everything I've ever sold, from advertising to soap packages. People go, well, we want to think about it. That's what I want to hear. I'm so happy when somebody says, I want to think about it.
Because that means they're interested in it, but you have to...
What I don't want to hear is, I would never have one of these. Get out of my house. I don't care what price this piece of crap is. I don't want it.
Right.
It'd be like somebody trying to sell me a truckload of cigarettes that the only thing I could do with them is smoke them.
Right.
And somebody said, well, it's $20,000 for this truckload of cigarettes. They're worth $80,000. I don't want them. Well, what if I give them to you for $10,000? I don't want them.
Yeah.
But with rain-soft, everybody wants it. The sale has been made. You just lose it because you think I want to think about it is a bad thing. And I need you to understand and believe what I'm telling you. I want to think about it is a positive thing. When so if you say to me, I want to think about it, and I go, well, geez, Brian, when I hear that, typically people either want to think about whether they like me, whether they like the product, or if it's the money. Which is it for you? So now I'm already trapping you into saying, well, it's the money. So now I got to start talking about money. And money it goes from being an emotional purchase to a logical purchase. And when you move from emotion to logic, people want to think about it. They want to analyze it. When people walk up to a bar, they don't care about the money. They just want their alcohol. When the homeless guy wants cigarettes and beer, he doesn't think, well, should I buy cigarettes and beer, or should I save my money and maybe I can get a home? When people want heroin, they don't think about the fact that it's going to kill them. They just need the heroin. They want it. When the desire is there, you have a buyer. You have a short amount of time. Use all of your time to create desire, and you'll overcome everything else. It's so hard for salespeople to trust in this because they always fall back on becoming asshole salespeople.
Right.
You don't empathetically listen. You turn you turn an emotional purchase into logical, and whenever that happens, you're going to lose the sale.
Okay.
Whenever you focus on money, you're losing the sale, I promise you. Desire will create a buyer. Logic will create a thinker. Well, logically, we could bet $8,000 for the rain-soft. I can buy a lot of soap. I mean, we could do this and this and this. Logically, there's no reason to own a Rolls Royce. There's no reason to own a Bentley. There's no reason to own a Rolex. There's no reason to spend $1,000 for a hotel room. There's no reason to fly private. There's all sorts of things people do that don't make any sense. There's no reason to do heroin. There's no reason to smoke cigarettes, get drunk, make yourself sick. There's no reason to do a lot of things we do.
Okay. So
we do things out of emotion.
Right.
Emotion moves the world. So the pattern to implement this it's real simple. I want to think about it. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear you say that. I have to tell you, if you ever had RainSoft in your home and you ever experienced RainSoft treated water, you would absolutely love it. And I hope one day you actually get this, because I can promise you, you would love it. You would absolutely love it. If you had RainSoft water in your home, you would absolutely love it. I can tell you off the record, if you had this, you would absolutely love it. I hope one day you get it, because if you did, you would love it.
And then
that is 10 times more, Brian, that's 10 times more powerful than saying, well, geez, Mr. or Mrs. Jones, what is it you want to think about?
Huh?
You could sit there and tell people how much they would love this system using different voice tonality 50 times, and it would be infinitely more effective than what you're doing now. Does that make sense?
It does. It's like, for me, when somebody says, I want to think about it, like you've said before, I instantly turn into that salesperson that kind of, you know, in the lack of a better way to say it, jumps on them and is kind of trying to figure out why it is they have to think about it. So when I hear that, in my mind, I've already lost the sale.
That's what I'm trying to get at. There's the truth. There's the truth right there. And if you learn nothing else, if you just change that thinking, because I'm going to tell you, I talk to the top people. You know, I'm good friends with Peter Welty, one of the greatest salespeople ever in RainSoft. Randy Williams, the best dealer salesperson in RainSoft. I've been in the RainSoft mindset since 1984. I've met the top of the top. We've had multiple discussions. None of those people, A, get upset when they hear I want to think about it, B, attack I want to think about it like you do. They all take the same approach that I do. All the top salespeople in every organization I work with know the secret that I want to think about it, which stops 8 out of 10 salespeople dead in their tracks, is a good thing and not a bad thing. All you have to do is say, I love when I hear I want to think about it. You say that till your demo tonight. I'm so excited when people say I want to think about it. Everybody that wants to think about it ends up getting good water, because my job is to get them to understand how great good water is. So I do that by I just acknowledge anything they say. I want to think about it. We can't afford it. You know, we want to shop around. All of those things are just statements. Never force and try to overcome an objection. So the idea is when I hear anything, I just go, fantastic. I hope one day you get good water. I will tell you something. If you had good water, you would absolutely love it. Brian, let me ask you a question. I've shown you a lot of things today. I've shown you how your razor blades are going to last longer. I've shown you how the water dissolves the soap so you can use good soap and good water. I've shown you that when you wash your hands, you rinse all the soap off your skin and you allow your natural oils to flow. I've shown you how you're not going to have the bathtub scum. I've let you taste the water. Out of all of those benefits, the fact that your water heater is going to last longer, the fact that the coffee is going to taste better, out of everything, when you get your RainSoft system and you take and experience that water the next day after it's installed, what do you think you would love the very most about RainSoft good water in your house? What do you think you would love the most, Brian?
What do I think?
The way the water tastes? You see what I'm doing to you here?
Yeah.
So I'm not overcoming your objections. I'm putting the system in your house, already telling you that I hope one day you do it, so I've let the steam out. But I'm coming back with enthusiasm and passion. I'm reiterating the benefits with the short period of time. I'm hoping to build more desire and not to piss the buyer off. I'm walking down the street trying to create massive desire in the short amount of time that they're going to listen to me. Mrs. Jones, what do you think you would love the most? Is it getting the soap out of your hair? Is it knowing that your kids' clothes don't have detergent in them? What do you think you would love the most?
Yeah, I
have to tell you, when you get your rain-soft system, everything I've told you, it pales in comparison to the actual experience of good water. When I go back to people's homes, they're shocked and they're so excited to tell me how much they love rain-soft water. They're excited that I knocked on their door and I'll come back to your house and I'll listen to what you have to say. And if you're so kind, I might even record it and show it to other people so that they know that when they make a decision to get rain-soft water, it was the right decision. Because I got to tell you, when you get rain-soft, you're going to love it. See, we condition our air. We worry about conditioning our air. We worry about our air. If it's too hot, it's too cold, we condition our air. We turn on that air conditioner. If our air conditioner breaks, we think it's a massive crisis. Let me tell you something. Our water's in worse shape than our air. It's causing you more problems than living in a house where the air is 78 degrees and it's uncomfortable. Let me tell you something. The water coming out of your tap is causing more problems in your home than you can imagine, and that's why you need to condition it. You need to cure the problem when it comes into the home, not one box at a time. That's why people love rain-soft. We cure problems. So if you were to get this, how would you pay for it, Brian? Would you want to finance it? Can you afford nothing down? How's your credit?
Okay.
You see a difference?
Yeah, I like it.
Stop trying to do things to people and start doing things for people. Transfer your passion and quit being a salesperson. Just be there trying to create as much passion and desire as humanly possible, and the rest will take care of itself. You'll never have to overcome an objection because objections are statements.
Right.
Okay. All right, that's our time. Thanks, everybody. The recording will be up on harrysinger.com, and you can just apply for membership. It's free, or we'll off it out if we have places to send it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.